Wow. Wow.
I'm
I hope that's
laughing.
on camera.
I'm laughing with Ryan.
That's not what you said first.
It is not.
That's not what you said first.
That's true. It's not what I said first, but I'm laughing with Ryan. I know, it wasn't.
Of all the people in this school to say that's not very nice, my guess is Mrs. Armstrong doesn't hear that very often.
I heard it today. I heard it from Owen.
Yep. Well, we also know Owen's a little bit of a stalker, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So strange, Owen. So, I saw you. Saw what shorts you were wearing, what your tank top said. Saw your socks. Like, man, awkward, dude. Here we go. Unit rates, day 3, review. We have a test on Friday. And when I say test, I mean quiz, I mean an assessment, I mean something small. It will be fine. You should do well. Why should you do well? Unit rate. We have been doing for several days now. We are looking for a comparison of two numbers that have different units where the denominator is 1. In our warm-up, you told me we have to divide by the denominator every single time. You will still be doing that. Okay? Yesterday, we had a roundabout way of working some things. I'm going to try to make it a little bit easier on you. The goal today is how can we find, and I'm going to put K, so here's our overarching questions. How can we find K? How can we use K? The first question that I really should ask then, because maybe I'm jumping ahead, K is what? What does K have to be? Come on, I got 3 hands. I need some more. I need some more. There's 4. I'll scream again. There's 5. Go back to your notes if you have to. What is K? Come on, guys. Carly, I haven't heard from you today.
Unit rate?
Yeah, K is unit rate. Okay? Now listen. K is still a number. K will be a number. Does everybody hear that? K will be a number because unit rate is a number. Just like in our warm-ups, we had $6.50 over 1. We had 30 over whatever it happened to be. Yes? Okay. Now, you must copy this down. So here's our first step. Always, 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 we are going to find unit rate. To find unit rate, which we know is which letter? K. We are going to divide y divided by x equals k. Y divided by x equals k. Where k stands for what?
Unit rate.
Unit rate. Will k be a number?
No. Yeah.
Yes. Not no. Yes. Don't joke. K will be a number. Okay? It's always y in the numerator, x in the denominator. Listen again. Y in the numerator, x in the denominator. This is important because once we have that, and literally I'm going to write that. Once we know K, we substitute it into this equation. What equation from yesterday do you think we're going to substitute K in? So you might have to go back to your notes to take a look, because this was a review from yesterday. What equation do we substitute it back into? Oh, no, I can still see. So go back to your notes. What equation? Owen can't be the only one who has notes from yesterday. And if he is, that doesn't bode well for the rest of you. So now we've got two people. I've got some people who are pulling out their notes now. I've got some who are staring at the board. I've got some who are staring, just staring. Come on, let's get your notes out. You guys put your hands down. I'm going to wait for other people.
Question again?
What equation are we going to substitute k in? So we have y divided by x equals k. What's the equation that we're going to substitute k into? We only talked about two equations yesterday. Trevor?
I think it's y equals k.
Woo! Trevor! You're the man right now. You're the man. Y equals k times x. Where k is a number which is unit rate. So that's a number which is unit rate. That's the only thing that starts off in there. You need to have this. Please. Copy this down. Please, 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 please. Yesterday. I'm going to need somebody's help from their notes from yesterday. I asked you to finish filling out a chart. And I think it was pounds and dollars. Okay, so I'm going to need somebody's help. The first thing we said was we had an example. And it was pounds and dollars. What was the example that we read? What just had the money in the pounds? Who took good notes? Trevor.
$12 for 3 pounds.
$12 for 3 pounds. And then you had two questions. The first question was, what is the unit rate? Instead of saying unit rate, I could have said what is, and what? K. Unit rate is K. So here was the original question. $12 for 3 pounds, and we said, what is the unit rate? This is our warm-up again, right? How do we find unit rate, Ella? What am I going to do?
You're gonna do 3 divided by 12.
Not 3 divided by 12. Renee?
12 divided by 3. I mean, $12 divided by 3 pounds.
Good. $12 divided by 3 pounds. Okay, again, you have to show your work. We always divide by what? Denominator. So I'm dividing by 3. Keep your units. Money, pounds. I'm going to stop right there for a second. To find unit rate, we're doing y's divided by x's. Which is going to be my y values? Money or pounds? Taylor? Money. This right here is going to be y. This right here, if it's not y, it has to be x. Okay? 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So $4 per 1 pound. We know that my y is my money, my x's are my pounds. What is 4 divided by 1 though? What is that whole fraction? Okay, it's 4, but what did we just find? We found the unit rate, which, Owen, is K. Then we had a t-chart. What is x? What does x represent? Very good, Maddie. X represents pounds. What does y represent?
Money.
Yeah, money or dollars. Money or dollars. And then I gave you this. We said 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we might have had 5. I don't know. But we're going to do all 5. That's all right. Well, now we're doing 5. Okay. Do we have the letter K? Do we? What is it? 4 over 1 or just 4, because 4 divided by 1 is 4. The number, which is unit rate, gets substituted in. So the equation that we're going to use for every single one is y equals 4x. How did I get this? How did I get y equals 4x? Owen.
Because 4 being k, it's normally y equals kx. And then x is that numerator right there.
Good.
And then y is how much k is going to add up to.
Close. You're on the right track. We found out what k was. We substituted k in. We're given the x's. We're trying to find the y's. So if I wrote an equation simply for every single value, if I wanted to find out 130 pounds, how much it would cost, I could use this equation. Okay? But I want to start off with 0 pounds. So to do this, I say y equals, because we don't know what the dollar amount is yet, the unit rate times, if these are my x values, these get replaced for x. So where does 0 go?
X.
Where x goes. 4 times 0 is?
0.
So y equals?
0.
So if there's 0 pounds, there are $0. What would my equation for 1 be?
4 times 1.
That's not an equation.
Y equals 4 times 1.
Y equals 4 times 1. If you just say 4 times 1, that's not telling me what I'm actually finding. It has to be an equation. Y equals 4 times 1. So if there's 1 pound, how many dollars? 4. There's a pattern. You probably don't need to keep doing the equation, but I want you to. Jess, what's going to be my equation for 2 pounds? Y equals 4 times 2. Because we're substituting in all of my x values. 4 times 2 is 8. So now at this point, what's happening? We're adding what? By 4s. Okay. So I'm going to change something here. I'm going to make this 10 real quick. Don't do it on your paper. I'm just going to change it. Could I find out what 3 was? What is it? Without doing any equation, what would I have to do to get from 8 to this one? Owen.
Multiply.
Without an equation.
Add 8 plus 4.
Yeah, we're adding 4 to each one, so I could add 4. What could I do to get to number 4?
Add 4.
Add 4, which is 16. And then all of a sudden, now we have 10 pounds. Can I just add 4?
No.
This is why you need to have an equation. So we need to know that y equals 4 times 3. Y equals 4 times 4. What would I set up for 10?
Y equals 4 times 10.
Very good. Y equals 4 times the 10, which is 40. Are we with me? Your first step is always finding the unit rate. Once you find the unit rate, then you can write an equation for every single